we're here. And the reason why we're here is because we're going to be going into the, fuck, this video was for the playground. Right, not appearances, was playground. Oh no, I may have spoiled it. I was going to do an appearance video on Freya. Shh, don't tell anybody that didn't watch this video. Okay, I'm going to pretend I didn't say that. How's it going? Hey, what's up, Internet? How you doing today? So, let's get into this. We're going to be talking about Freya today. And the reason why is because Freya is a crazy burst heavy champion that is just a melee champion that is crazy as fuck, that does a lot of damage, it has a lot of shields, that is... Listen, if anybody talks about Freya, I'm pretty sure you hear shields on shields on shields on shields, like that Braum joke when he's like, I have a shield for my shield. Like that guy, that joke, remember that joke? This is real. This is real. So Freya, right, just got a buff today. Show off my girl. She got buffed today. So positive charge used to be a 10% boost to your damage output when you had electric shield on. So when you had this on, you know, it'd be great is if I could apply it without having to use my R. Anyway, so you know, so we get infinite energy on too. So let's just put that Battlerite on real quick. So as long as you have this on, your electric shield, you do more damage. You do more damage. You know what's cool about this character? If static is on somebody, you do more damage. Now I know what you're thinking. No, Annie, don't do it. Don't do it, man. But wait, if did that? Sorry, wait, hold on. But wait, what if you had an electric shield and you static them? Look at this damage! Look at this! It's too much damage. It's too much damage. It's too much damage. So let's go over this champion real quick. I'm gonna take off this perk real fast. It's because it's too much damage. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. So let's hit this target right here. 1, 2, 3. All right. The important thing about this character is that she has a 3-hit auto attack, right? So the 10, 10, the 16. That's how the character works. You got 10, 10, 16. The last hit pushes people back a little bit, so keep that in mind whenever you're positioning that you're supposed to be following them. So if you push them, follow them, walk towards them, walk towards them, walk towards them, because you're going to be following them the whole time. They're not going to realize it, but they get pushed on that last hit. So this can push them potentially into an Ashka Q, could potentially push them through a Destiny wall, could potentially throw them through a Destiny trap. You know when she puts down a trap and it makes the circle, and then if you push them through the wall, they get stunned instead of rooted? It could potentially do all this stuff. I'm just saying. If you're fighting somebody in a very close quarters, that small push can mean everything. Again, positioning is everything in this game. Do not forget that, folks, when you're playing this game. So, her regular auto attacks, again, 10, 10, 16. If a target is static, 12, 12, 18. Very important stuff. Very important stuff. Also important about her Storm Mace. If they're static on somebody, you hit her with the Storm Mace, it pushes them away. Cool thing about the wondrous thing about this is that if you push them away and a wall is in the way and they hit the wall, they get incapacitated. The important part about this, the reason why this is so important, for one, it gives an incapacitate, which is like ridiculous in this game because incapacitate is like the worst, right next to petrify is the one that's like tilting as fuck. Okay, so we're gonna do this incapacitate ult. They can't run from that. They cannot run from that. Even at the last second you see them jump, they're still getting hit by the AoE of this thing. It does 45 damage if they don't have static on them. If they do have static on them, it does 60 damage. Just with no battle rights, no perks, nothing crazy, nothing boosting her damage, just the 60 alone. Alright? So the only thing is that if they're incapacitated, you took that route, they're going to get dealt 45 damage no matter what. I think the battle rights that I take allows me to do 52, but I'm pretty sure it's 45 all the time. So, but the thing is that this guarantees the 45 damage. So this is your safe bet. This is your safe. This is like, this guy needs to go. I need to take this guy out. I have my ult. It's free. He's static. I just need to static him. I just need to incapacitate this guy. You know what I mean? Like I just need to do this. If you want an easy target to hit, that's how you do it. You incapacitate and you use your ult. That's how you do it, guys. All right. Spring is her space bar. She jumps. She gets 100% movement speed for 1.5 seconds, and then it goes away. Important part, where her hands are blue and she hits somebody, 16 damage. That's important. That's important. If you do it after the hands are gone, 10 damage. All right? 10 damages, okay? So let's go over to my friend over here, shooting booty real quick. Push our Q. Oh, sorry. Push our Q, you get a shield. Push our Q, you get a shield, and you static the target that hits you, which is very important because why, folks? Because you do more damage if they're static, just so you know. Also gives you an electric shield, so if you have that perk on, you'll be doing 15% more damage on top of the fact that they're stacked. So you're going to be doing 14, 14, 19, I believe, with your hits instead. And to keep the electric shield on and to keep them stacked is not difficult with the build that I'm going to show you guys today, I promise. So let's go into her Thunderclap, which is her E. She goes into the air, comes down in AoE, bam! Look at that damage. All right, she didn't do anything because it didn't hit anything, but look at this. 10 damage. If they're static, 16 damage. 16 damage, and it reapplies the static, so you can keep on wailing on these guys, doing more damages and more damages and more damages. Let's go into her next ability, which is her R, which is called Charge Strike. It's called Charge Strike. So what this does is, you'll hit enemies in a cone shape, right? Gives you an electric shield for every enemy you hit. Crap! I hit all 3 of them. Hold on. See how small that was? When I hit 3 targets, I get a big shield. I'm just saying. The more targets you hit with this, the better. Now, the other important part about this, too, is that if they are static, so if you have one of them that are static, let's do this real fast. Come back up. There you go. Let's static him. Hit him with that. You get like an in-between shield. You get a 2 shield instead of a 3 shield, because I hit 3 of them. That's a 3 shield. You get a 2 shield if you static them like that. You get a 2 shield, and you get a 1 shield if you hit one of them. So as long as they're static, because that's the ideal thing. You want to make sure that they're all static, and you do this. Look at that shield. Look at that shield. And you have an electric shield, and so you're doing more damage with this. So even if the static isn't there for you to do more damage, the electric shield is, so you can still do lots more damage. That's the idea. That's the idea behind this character, is to either have an electric shield on, or static on the target you're trying to hit, or ideally, both, if you can. It's important. Her ult, she goes in there, comes down, does 45 damage. I already went over this a little bit. If they're static, and you do it, it deals 60 damage. It does 15 bonus damage if they're static. I'm just saying, it's a crazy move. Let's get into her Battlerites really, really fast. I'm gonna do like I did in the Ashka video. There are 2 specific skills, two specific Battlerites you're gonna want to take for this chick. 2 specific ones. The first one, the one that just got buffed, the positive charge, 15% more damage output, just as long as you have a sorry, I messed that up. Sorry, I messed it up. As long as you have an electric shield on, you do so much more damage. As long as you have an electric shield on, you do 15% more damage output. That's insane, especially because you can get an electric shield for longer if you hit more multiple targets. And then if you couple that with your static, you do immense damage. It's crazy. So the other thing you want to do is also take Surge here. The reason why is because what Charge Strike will do, let's turn off Infinite Energy really, really fast. When you use your Charge Strike, you're supposed to waste a bar of energy because it costs a bar of energy. But if you have this Battlerite on instead, it comes back. So if you really are chasing down a foe and you want to make sure you have your electric shield before you do your ult, 52 damage. 52 damage instead of 45. I'm going to be like, I'm going to sit here and say, dude, guys, damage is damage. You want to do as much damage as you could possibly do to these guys. The more damage you do, the faster they die. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy, I'm just saying, it's pretty easy to understand. Now, let's go into her other skills here. The other one that I take all the time. There is a third skill I take all the time, but you don't have to if you do not want to. Again, this is my build. My build, completely opinionated. It's up to you guys. I take Overcharge, and the reason why, I'll show you as soon as this guy comes back up, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to show it. Push a Q, you give your enemies, and you chain lightning, everything really, really close to you, and you give your friends, you give your allies you're going to give your allies an electric shield just like you, and you're going to spread the static to everything around you, which, just like Ashka's first ability, is really good for this champion. Plus, you pull everybody into you, too. That's the other thing. You pull everybody into you, which is really good, really easy, which is a really easy way for you to do this. Let me put my infinite energy on real quick. Come to me, static. Bah, bah, bah. Look at that damage. Crazy, right? Damage is crazy. You want... The way I play this champion, you want everybody in next to you at all times. Completely adjacent to you at all times. Get away from me. I choose where you go. This champion is really, really good at being in people's faces and not taking any damage because of her shields. Shields on shields on shields on shields. On shields! Do not forget the shields. Always remember the shields. Speaking of shields, let's go into Lightning Rod real fast. So Lightning Rod works like this. Use your Thunderclap, you get a shield, right? Use Thunderclap on multiple enemies, you get a bigger shield, all right? For every enemy you hit, you get a 12 shield, and... Sorry, I'm having the hardest time. I don't have water. Thunderclap. For every enemy you hit, you get a 12 shield. So... 36 for 3 seconds. You get an electric shield. And what happens when you get an electric shield? You get more damage, and on the fact that, and the other thing to keep in mind too is that this right here will give you a shield and static them at the same time. That means you get the extra damage from the perk. It's the extra 15% bonus damage, and on top of that, because they're static, you're getting the extra 2 or 3 damage for every auto attack you're doing. It's a perfect world, right? Remember when I mentioned earlier that a perfect world would be when there's static and you have an electric shield? This is it, boys. This is it. This is the one. This is it. This is the one. It's crazy, right? All right. And the very last skill, totally up to you guys. You can take whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what the hell you take. I really don't care. People take this one. I see people taking this one online. They're doing this here. Gives you an electric shield, and it does 16 damage on the initial hit when your hands are blue. See how my hands are blue? There you go. Doesn't apply static, but it gives you an electric shield, so then your next couple attacks will do more damage. Very good, very nice. I like it. I take this. I take Torrent, and it should be for obvious reasons. Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't let you read it. Thunderclap deals bonus 5 damage and pulls enemies towards you. No negative effects there. So I want these two guys next to me. Come this way. Whoa. Right? 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 Ah, right? Okay. Ideal combo to do with this chick right here, right? You're gonna do your thunderclap with the lightning rod on.
I am
69 damage. Because you're static and you have because they're static and you have an electric shield on, it'll deal 69 damage. You get the bonus damage from the perk and you get the extra damage from them being static. That is your ideal situation. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you E and F. Look at that damage. This works especially good. Freya is much better in the middle of the map too. Keep that in mind. What you want to do is stay... this video is too long again. I'm making too many jokes.